Hey everyone, Nick here again. Back to talk about American Idol. The top 9 performed last night, and the theme was they were singing the songs from their personal idols. And overall, the judges went nuts about last night. They gave 5 standing ovations. Personally, I gave 3 standing ovations, but 2 of them were from very unlikely sources. So overall, last night was a pretty good night, if I do say so myself. Alright, so here's my ranking. Worst to first, as always. Worst of the night, someone who the judges actually did give a standing ovation to. DeAndre Brackensick. Once again, I just thought it was really lame, as always, from DeAndre. I don't really expect anything else from him anymore. But, it was just really lame. His idol was Eric Benet, I think. And, it it didn't do anything for me. Again. This is the 3rd week in a row now. 4th week. Point is, that's been happening too much. Anyway, moving on. Number 8, Holly Kavanaugh. Off the top of my head, I can't remember who her idol was. But, it sounded good. Don't get me wrong. But she has now hit the point where I don't care anymore. She has now officially become Pia from last season. She's done the same thing for too long, and honestly, I'm expecting her to be in danger tonight. I expect her to be in the bottom 3. I really do. In fact, I'll actually be surprised if she isn't. Number 7, Skylar Lane. Musical idol was Miranda Lambert. Holly's given the same performance now 5 times. Skylar, I think, has given the same performance about 3 times. She's ahead because, 3 times isn't as bad as 5 times. And on top of that, she has a lot more charisma on stage than Holly does. And I at least respect her for that. But, yeah. I remember a couple weeks ago, she sang that Whitney Houston song. I'm like, wow, this girl's surprisingly good. I think I might actually become a fan of hers. Well, I was for 1 week, and ever since then, she's just been gradually falling towards the back of the group. And I think she might be in danger tonight, too. Number 6, Colton Dixon. His musical idol? God. Yeah. Last week I gave him the benefit of the doubt for being religious. It didn't bother me. I can't say it bothered me last night. All I can say is that he's kind of pushing it. I mean, like I said, I don't mind that he's religious. People are free to believe whatever they want. I don't care. But I think Colton needs to just tone it down a bit. Calling your musical idol God is... let's just call it a cop-out. Anyway, the performance itself was pretty good, but it was probably his weakest yet. I mean, after last week with Piano Man, he absolutely stole the show. I think this was definitely a step back for him. But, hopefully he can redeem himself. And by the way, I've noticed something in all my recaps so far, at least for the last couple of weeks, ever since the top group started. Whoever I've had at number 1 the week before suddenly drops down to number 6. It's weird. Anyway, moving on. Number 5, Joshua Ledette. His musical idol was Mariah Carey, if I'm not mistaken. And it was good. When I was first watching it, I actually called it better than When a Man Loves a Woman from 2 weeks back. But thinking it over, it wasn't that good. But it was pretty good on its own. I liked it. It was solid. I think he's probably going to be safe. Number 4, Jessica Sanchez. Now, she didn't get a standing ovation, which kind of surprised me. Let's just go ahead and call her the best of the night that didn't get a standing ovation. She sang, her musical idol was Beyonce. She sang Sweet Dreams, which is a more upbeat song, but she slowed it down. Now, I always respect someone when they do that, but I only like them if they do it right. And she did it right. I mean, I would have liked it more if she took a slow song and sped it up. Like she sang Halo from Beyonce and sped that up. But, I'm nitpicking. Overall, I loved it. It was one of her best, I think. Actually, no. Not one of her best, but pretty good. Definitely pretty good on its own. And number 3, here's where my standing ovations start. Hee Jun Han. Last week, he got in trouble for not taking the competition seriously. Frankly, I didn't believe that. I thought he was just having fun. But here, he showed that he really does care about being here, and he is serious about it. And, I respect him for showing the judges that he is serious. Last week, I don't think he was trying to treat the whole thing as a joke, like they thought. But yeah, his idol was Donny Hathaway. He sang A Song for You. And it was the best he's ever sounded. It was his best performance yet, I think. And I'm glad he got a standing ovation. And I think he might be safe this week. Number 2, Philip Phillips. His musical idol, Johnny Lane. He's like a soul, like a blues soul singer, I think. Yeah, every week, like I've been saying, he gets better. And sure enough, he was the best he's ever sounded last night, too. But, yeah, it was just really good. I find it surprising that I've yet to have him at number 1 on my weekly rankings. I don't know, maybe one day he'll get there. And he's been second for the last 3 weeks, so getting closer. But yeah, he's definitely proven himself to be the most consistent person left there. He's always a consistent singer and performer. And he has yet to have a bad performance. I mean, my mom is absolutely in love with him. I mean, every time he's on, she's like, oh, I love him so much. I'm like, yeah, Mom, I know. Anyway, finally, number 1, best of the night. Have you been keeping track? And you've been watching my reviews, all 3 of you. You probably know that I am not a big fan of Elise at all. In the preview, it said that she was singing Led Zeppelin. I thought, oh, God, this isn't going to be good. But I thought, if she sings Stairway to Heaven, I'm going to kill myself. But if she sings, like, Whole Lotta Love, then maybe, just maybe, I might like it. The best of the night was Elise Test Tone. Holy freaking crap, was that amazing! I was blown away by that performance. Not just because it's a good song. I mean, it was a good performance from someone I really don't like at all. But because it was an amazing performance, no matter who it was coming from. I was speechless at that performance. Absolutely speechless. And literally everyone liked it. This is like the most universally acclaimed performance in the history of American Idol. And, I mean, it's from someone I don't like, and last night she blew me away. If that doesn't prove that I'm unbiased, I don't know what will. So yeah, Elise, well done. So, my prediction for the results? Tonight is going to be ugly, I think. It is going to be ugly. Despite the standing ovation, I think DeAndre might be in danger. By the way, the contestants who did not get a standing ovation were Colton, Skylar, Holly, and Jessica. So if America just blindly votes for the people who did get standing ovations, then 3 of those 4 will be in danger. I don't see that happening, though. I see Skylar and Holly being in danger, though. Believe it or not. Jessica and Colton, not quite yet. Actually, I hate to have to admit this, but Colton might be. I hope not, though. But yeah, I'm going with DeAndre, Skylar, and Holly as the bottom 3. And I mean, I think the standing ovation won't keep DeAndre safe, but I think I mean, won't keep them out of the bottom three, but I think it will keep them safe, like, from elimination. And I actually think, believe it or not, I'm going with Holly. But the judges will use the save on her. That's what I think. Holly is going to have the lowest number of votes, but they're going to save her. But they're going to tell her to really work on it next week. Really change things up. But, yeah, that's what I think is going to happen. That's a pretty bold prediction, I know, that they're going to use the save tonight. But, hey, they got to use it at some point. So, yeah, that's what I thought, and thanks for watching. I'll be back with my thoughts on the results.